Hey brother, how you doing? My name is Ndubiso Mazibugo. I'm a man that's living and thriving with mental health issues. For the longest time, I have had this assignment in my heart from the Lord to open up conversations around men's mental health specifically. And out of fear and out of my own self-consciousness and doubt, I've delayed this for years. And finally, I'm having the boldness and the courage to begin what is going to be known as mentality conversations for men. And I'm going to bring you this content, short conversations, open, candid, and honest conversations on men's mental health specifically every second day of the week on my personal social media accounts. I will be having a conversation about mental health for men, and I invite you, brothers, fathers, sons, listening, watching, that you join the conversations. I don't want these to be vlogs. Don't want these to be a podcast. I already have a podcast, and that's separate from the unchristian podcast that I host. And this is me directly reaching out and starting an initiative where I want to invite men inside my heart, and I want us to have conversations that we can't have with anybody. And that's true. And that's the first place that I want to start at. The fact that it is very difficult for us as men to have conversations about mental health, although mental health is a real thing for us. You know, sometimes we grow up with an understanding that women are emotional, we are logical, and we don't have emotions. And a strong man is a man that does not show and express his emotions. I want to say that that is a lie. Strong men, men who are capable, men who are wholesome and healthy, know how to get into touch with their emotions, get into touch with their own thoughts, process them, and begin a journey of healing. I find this very important as well, to not generalize this to be about mental health for everybody, women included. Not that that's not important, ladies, because I know you're here eavesdropping on this conversation. But I found it important to speak specifically to men, because we don't have the permission to not be okay. When I opened this, I said I'm a man that is living with, but I'm thriving in my life through the grace of God with mental health issues. And I can go in depth into what I deal with and fight with every day, and we'll have a lot more conversations on that. But this is not about that. This is not an attention-seeking exercise. This is not a pity party that I'm opening. I am addressing and responding to a need, a dire need that's there. We have a pandemic of poor mental health when it comes to us as men. The suicide rates are highest with us. It's around 80% of suicides that are done by men, committed by men. They say we don't know how to talk. They say we don't know how to process. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. But through these conversations, one of the things that we will do is bring understanding, particularly into why do men feel that they can't talk, and why do men close up and do not speak. These videos are going to be very raw. These conversations are going to be very minimally edited. If I'm talking and I make a mistake and maybe my mind wanders or I say something wrong here, I'm probably going to keep it in. I'm not going to do perfectly curated content for this, because that is also a number one problem, that we feel as men that we need to portray the image of perfection, of correctness, of knowing what to do, of having all the answers, of competence. When sadly, the women and the children in our lives who look up to us for leadership sometimes, well, always, they don't know that sometimes we just don't know what to do. They don't know that we don't know what to do. But as a man, I am told that I am the solution bearer. I'm told that a man must make a plan. I'm told that indoda must. I'm told that I need to know, I need to be strong. I need to be strong for everybody in my life. I need to be there for everybody in my life. And many of us try to do that and play that role. But can I tell you something? We do it bleeding. We do it broken. We do it not knowing what it is that we're even doing. We are winging it. Most of us as men are winging it. And we are supposed to be the leaders in the home, in the church, in the community. We are supposed to be the strong ones. The truth of the matter is, brothers, that we are not always strong. And until we ourselves can get to the place where we can admit it to ourselves, we are not going to be able to advance the conversation with the people around us about mental health, about the state of men's mental health. And so honesty is needed. Honesty is needed. And a lot of people are going to be perhaps offended by some of the content that we're going to bring through here. I'm going to bring a lot of unpopular perspectives. This is not a talk show. This is not a podcast. Like I said, I'm just going to be looking to this camera and talking to the thousands and millions of brothers that I know are out there who are dying in silence. Dear wives, do you know that your husband could be dying in silence? Do you know that he could be dead? Do you know that you could be sleeping next to somebody in the same bed next to you, but he's a corpse, dead on the inside, not feeling anything, numb, and you think he's doing well because you see him performing? It could be that he is just perfected the art of the role, of playing the role, saying what he thinks and knows you want to hear. Our children want to hear certain things from us, and we say them because they make them feel safe. We behave in a particular way around our women and children, even the way we carry ourselves around other men as well. It's a shame that we carry ourselves or feel the pressure to carry ourselves as if we have all the answers and we have it all going on. Well, I want to say that many of us, most of the time, are dead on the inside. We walk around looking like we are pushing careers and business, dressed well, got the best cologne on, driving the best car, but we are wrestling with serious questions for which we don't have the answers for. Let me show you something very interesting. I was given this recently. And if you can see, it's a box of tissues. It's a box of tissues from a well-known brand. And I'm not here to advertise them or anything, but it's Twin Saver. There are many others. It's not about it. I was given this box of tissues, and specifically it was for Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, which was June. And the reason I was given this is because it had a particular message. Now, maybe the company that manufactured this box of tissues did this as a marketing gimmick, but they wrote that this is tissue and they said it's for men. Tissue for men. Now let's talk about this. What is tissue used for? Tissue, not toilet paper, tissue can be used to wipe sweat, can be used to clean something that you've spilled on yourself, maybe even on a surface. Tissue is used to blow our nose, but also a lot of the times, most of the time, tissues are used to wipe away tears. To wipe away tears from crying. The message on this box is powerful if it's tissues for men, because here's what I want to say is that as men, we also need tissues. And it's okay to need a tissue. It's okay to cry. I'm saying this as a man who struggles to cry. Let me share something very, very deeply personal. In April of 2024, I buried my mother, which was the biggest blow that I've had to my mental health. But my mental health issues and conditions long precede that. But it was a huge blow, personally, to lose my mom. I was at age 38, I'm 39 right now. Got 3 kids, working, ministering, leading a podcast, speaker. I'm a marketing and branding specialist and whatever else that they call me out there. When my mom died, I was in my head knowledge, on a head knowledge level, aware that I had to grieve and I had to mourn. And I was open to the process. Fast forward, I'm shooting this video, I think it's the 9th of July, 2025. So it's been over a year since she passed. I've been to therapy. I'm still going in therapy. I've been to counseling with my pastors. I've been talking to friends, talking to other people who are bereaved. I've tried to be open to support. But here's something that I have failed to still do with regard to my mom's passing. And that is to cry. I have not shed a single tear yet for my mother. And it's not that I don't feel the pain. It's not that I don't feel the void. It's not that I don't feel this bleeding and this tearing on the inside. I do. I feel it almost every day. So I do feel the pain. I do feel hurt. I miss her so much. One of the hardest days this year in 2025 was Mother's Day. That was hard. It took me a month to recover just from Mother's Day. It tanked my mental health just to recover from Mother's Day. Her birthday in November last year was also very hard. But here's where I'm at with this chat, is that I've still not cried. I've still not cried. I don't know why. I want to. Does that mean that I'm not grieving? Does that mean that I'm not mourning as a man? I don't know. I don't know. I am allowing myself to feel. I am allowing myself to go there, to those dark places in my mind and my heart. But I've not managed to cry. And maybe that's something I'll sort out as I still undergo therapy. But here's the thing that I want to say to men, is that, guys, it's okay to use a tissue. As a man, just know that it's okay to cry. My name is Dumiso Mazibuko, and I'm a man living and thriving with mental health issues. See you on the next one.